Okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com. There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grandy, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Higher for longer means we have a massive interest expense problem. A massive interest expense problem in this country that is going to be, I believe, the next financial crisis.
Now he's figuring that out? Are you kidding me? Now they're talking about the problem we have with interest? Oh my God. 2008 on our national debt, we were paying what, $250 billion. Now we're paying them near $800 billion, 13 years later? Give me a break. Who doesn't know that? Okay, the rally I promised you is happening. I told you this would happen. A lot of people said, no, we're not going to have a rally. There's not going to be a rally. Well, we've got one. And this is the typical rally that happens before a crash. And this is where people start losing a lot of money because they think, oh, I got to get in now. You know how many people are jumping in this market today? Like buying the spiders today, for example. They're out of their minds. They missed it. This is a short covering rally. It's all it is. Everybody who's jumping into this market today, you're going to get slaughtered. You should have been buying, or what we call swing trades, not investing. This is not a market you invest in. This is not a market you buy, think, I'll hold on for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. No. That's not this kind of market. We still have big problems. This is only a short covering rally. And I showed my members for weeks, months. I said, look at the pattern we have. It's called the typical, on a chart, flag pattern. Flag pattern. It's a very popular pattern. It identifies when you're going to have a rally. Backed up by my Pro 2 color-coded chart that follows the money. Okay, identifying for us early on that we were going to have this rally. But it's going to fail. Everybody forgets. We have the same problems right now in this rally. It can't hold. The same problem that caused the rally to fall 30% or more from January 4th, 2022 to the infamous October 13th, 2022 level. We have the same problems. Are you kidding? Matter of fact, the problems are getting worse. Getting worse. You know, inflation is the biggest threat. And like, everyone thinks, well, we're done with inflation. No, we're not. Because we got debt and deficits. Remember, Powell doesn't control the 10-year Treasury. You do. Investors do. And they don't feel comfortable. They know there's still inflation out there. So in the last couple of days, I told my members, you're going to see people come in and start buying bonds. Buying bonds. And who are those people? It's Powell. He's going to buy bonds. He's trying to drive interest rates down again. He's doing a stealth QE. He's trying to get these interest rates down, push these interest rates down. And so we bought TLT. I had my members buy TLT. It's doing nicely. But again, not as an investment, as a swing trade for 3, 4, 5 days, and it's going to be over. But it's a nice swing trade. I also had my members, I told them early on, I said, make sure you're watching your bank stocks. It's the bank stocks that are going to drive this rally. And then second will be the tech stocks. Those are the stocks that got slaughtered, especially tech stocks. The Nasdaq's down 21%. And I said, you're going to see the banks. They're going to come in and they're going to be covering these banks. All these people who've been shorting the banks. I mean, think about it. The S&P's down 14%. The Dow's down 12%. And what's in the S&P? A lot of banks. A lot of banks. So they're going to start covering their positions. They're making money like we did. That's why the market's going up. But it's not sustainable. Because remember, ever since Biden has been in office, wages have been dropping, okay? Savings have been dropping. 38% of full-time workers can't cover their basic budget, especially at the supermarket. Remember, their wages aren't keeping up with inflation. Prices are up 19%. Wages aren't up 19%. So this rally that I called, and you know I called it, is a short covering rally. A short covering rally. So I hope you're not jumping in today. You're going to get slaughtered. Let's take a look at some of the stocks. We covered our shorts in Bank of America, BAC. That's one of our banks. That was on October 27th. On October 27th, I told my members, matter of fact, before that, it was on October 19th and also October 17th. I said, look, we're going to catch, this market is going to give us one last rally. There's going to be a big short covering. They're going to short cover the banks, and they're going to short cover the tech. So why don't you at least buy a scout, that means one share, and pick out one of the 5 banks that we trade all the time and follow it. And when the setup comes, you're ready to pull the trigger. You don't have to think about it. And that's what you have to do. You have to set your trade up. You have to let the pattern come to you. You just don't jump in today. So our Goldman Sachs is going straight up. The ETF, I had them buy the ETF, XLF. XLF on the 27th of October. It was around $31. Today we're around $33.90 today. $33.90. That's a nice rally. That's a 9% rally. But that's not an investment. It's going to give it back. But it's a nice short covering. Nice short cover. And if you look at a chart, XLF, and if you're following me, you can see my chart right here. You can see exactly what's going on. Right here, you can see it. Okay, you got the highs, And then you keep getting a lower high and a lower high and a lower high. And this is going to make another lower high. And keep watching that volume, because you're going to start seeing that volume. All of a sudden, that volume is going to diminish. And all of a sudden, your stocks are going to go down. Stocks are going to go down. And the idea is that the banks, keep your eye on the banks. But the real important thing to keep your eyes on to know how long this rally is going to last, IWM. IWM is the symbol. I talked about that to my gang members today. Watch IWM. That's the small mid-cap stocks. That's the BlackRock Russell 2000. Another one you watch is the banks in that same group, the ETF, KRE. This is like the heart of the market. This is like the heart. And for example, when you see the banks and KRE stop rallying, then it's over. Pretty simple. You know. You don't have to call anybody and say, when will this be over? Just watch KRE. Those banks, these are the regional banks. They're the ones that are going to get slaughtered. They're short covering, taking profits, pushing them up. These are swing trades, not investments. Watch KRE. When KRE starts failing, the market's over. The rally's over. IWM, those are small mid-cap stocks. IWM, we got in, I think that was, we started to put a scout on that, on October 27th. We did a lot on October 27th. It was around $161. Now today it's at $175. But again, it's only a trade. So we're going to be taking profits today. That's about 8% in about 4 days. So we're going to take some profits today, not all, put a stop in, and then we'll watch IWM. We'll know when to.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com. free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com, and you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
You know, the bigger picture from our standpoint is we've got a very strong economy, strong labor market, making progress on the labor market, making progress.
You know, I get so sick of hearing that lie. Labor market's strong. Labor market's strong. No, it's not. Since Biden took office, wages have dropped first by 3.2%, then dropped to 4.4%. Prices are up 19%. Savings are down from 32% during the pandemic to now 4%. 38% of full-time workers can't cover their basic budget at home. They're in trouble. That's why their credit cards are tapped out. They've been using their credit cards. And 64% of the people who use credit cards, they roll over the debt every month. They can't pay it off. Come on, give me a break. Strong labor, come on. We got a record number of people holding a second job. So how can they say it's a record as strong people? Come on, labor market's that strong. You gotta be kidding me. They just lie. They just keep lying. Now remember this market. Yes, we're doing well right now with these stocks. Like take our Goldman Sachs is up about 13%. Our Citi stock is up about 10%. All our bank stocks are up anywhere from 10 to 15%. Or 13%, but it's only a short covering rally. You got to take profits in it, and that's going to be the end of it. Then we're going to turn around, and when it goes back down, we're going to drop it. How could this market hold? Show me what changed from when the market dropped from January 2022 to October 2022, went down about 30%. And we got the same exact problems, but we got worse. Consumer's not strong. He's not strong. Are you kidding me? So, I mean, our poverty's up. Bankruptcies are up. Savings are declining. People still withdrawing. A record hardship withdrawals from their 401k. What are they talking about? Look at auto delinquency. This is a good one. The other day, the guy from the White House, maybe I can find which was that Thursday. Here's what he said last week, or this week here, about how people are strong.
We have a 70% consumer spending economy, and we have a healthy middle class drawing real pay gains.
Healthy. Well, let me ask you something. Then how come we have historic auto delinquencies? It just shattered a 23-year record. 23 years. 23-year record. It shattered it. People can't pay their car payments. But this guy from the White House, Bernstein, he's just going to come out and lie. So you really think this rally's going to hold? How's it going to hold? It's not. Our debt and deficits are getting worse. And when you look at your debt and deficits, I mean, just think of the consequences of our debt. Massive debt we have. Are you nuts? So those deficits have to be paid. That's causing inflation. As I said, Powell doesn't control the 10-year Treasury. If people continually feel and they have no confidence, okay, then those yields are going to keep going up. Powell can't stop that. So the consequences of these huge deficits that we're running every year, every month, causes our inflation to go up. The curve gets wider. Our debt gets wider. Our savings go down. Our economic growth is going down. Our corporate earnings are going down. Boy, do they lie about that. Corporate earnings are going down. Our construction spending is going down. Interest rates are going up. Our productivity, terrible, very weak. Manufacturing, terrible. New orders, non-existent. Come on. You think we're going to hold a rally here? We don't have the earnings to hold it. We have the fastest bank tightening in 20 years. And when you have banks who are not pushing out money, you got a problem. One, the economy doesn't grow. Two, layoffs are coming. And we're seeing more and more layoffs, but they're masking them. They're masking. They don't want to talk about them. We got a lot of layoffs. They're going to get worse. Because when you have banks tighten, they don't expand lending, that's very, very dangerous. Not only that they don't expand lending, which kills growth, which kills employment, but when you got banks that stop lending, those who are in trouble, those who are finding it difficult to make payments, who need the help, don't get the help. They go to bankruptcy, and bankruptcies are up. So enjoy the rally. And as I told you, when we rallied from 2009 to 2022, we rallied on the 10-year Treasury being at 1.5%, 1%, okay? Because the short term was at zero, a little bit above it. But then in January, when after 13 years, we hit that high, immediately it didn't hold, started to come down because they were trying to fight the inflation that created that rally. Because remember, we went into debt $22 trillion to create a fake rally that was unsustainable, that made the very, very wealthy more wealthy and screwed Main Street. And then the market dropped because yields went from, on the 10-year, from 1.1% to 4%. Then we had the rally from October 2022 up to July 27th, 2023, and it couldn't hold. It couldn't hold because we were at 4%. And then every time it pulled back, they'd rally again. Failed. Pulled back, rallied again. Failed. Pulled back, rallied again. Now we're in another rally. Why would this rally hold? It's not going to hold. So this is why if you know how to sell short, not only did you catch the short covering rally with us, especially in the banks, that's where all the real money was being made, and somewhat in tech, but the banks was the score. Now you can be with us shorting on the way back down when the banks collapse.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. Especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
All this stuff is ahead of us because we didn't extend the maturity of our debt. So all this debt is going to roll over in 4 or 5 years, and you're going to replace the 1% stuff with like 5%.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Finally, someone's telling the truth. That's right. That's why the rally can't hold. And listen to Powell.
I don't want to answer your question about the recession, but the answer is no. I think I have to answer it since we did publicly say in the minutes. You'll know anyway in the minutes. The staff did not put a recession back in. I mean, it would be hard to see how you would do that if you.
What a dope, this guy. It's unbelievable. This guy doesn't know anything. Look, the market will not hold. No rally will hold until we get CEOs to become responsible corporate citizens. They're so caught up in stock buybacks since 2009 to 2022. That's the problem we have. So all they want to do is stock buybacks. And it only helps them and the big shareholders. Doesn't help the company, doesn't help the workers, doesn't help the country. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about productivity. See, if they took all that money and put it into business investment, the $22 trillion that they borrowed to bring interest rates down to zero, which gave us no productivity, no manufacturing, no economic growth, no small business starts, was for one reason, so they could get wealthy. So they could get wealthy. These owners, that's what they do. Just imagine if they increased productivity, we would have increased wages. The stock price would have gone up and held. Productivity would held. And there'd be little inflation. See, that's the nice thing. When you have business investment, instead of taking that $22 trillion and rigging the market to go up, which is only not going to hold, if you said at $22 trillion put in business investment, it would have held. Everybody would have been better off for it. But no, they didn't do that. Who are these people? These owners of ours. Carlin always talks about the owners.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear.
That's right. He's right. These are the owners, top 1%. Who are they? Well, these people make about $150 million in salary a year. They have a net worth of about $650 million. They own about 32% of the nation's wealth. And they own a record 54% of all individual stock shares. Now, these people, what they do, where do they get their wealth from? It comes from upward redistribution of wealth. They take from hardworking Main Street people, from Main Street households, they take their wealth and they redistribute it up to themselves. In the last 13 years, $58 trillion. $58 trillion. Let's just take the past 8 months. This is why your market's not going to hold. $8 trillion. I mean, $8 million in $8 trillion in 8 months was redistributed, took it from Main Street, the hardworking folks, and they redistributed from them up to themselves, the very wealthy, who many of them are in Congress. That's $58 trillion that would have gone into the paychecks of working Americans, but it didn't go into their paychecks. It went to the pockets of the very wealthy, and it didn't go into business investment. It went into stock buybacks. which is just a big bubble. You've learned that. $58 trillion. Think what we could have done with that. The vast majority of Americans would have been financially healthy. They would have been resilient. They'd have been financially secure. But no, they stole from them. This kind of inequality is hurting our economic growth. We're not growing. And you think this rally is going to hold. I told you this rally was going to happen. I told you we're going to have one last rally before a crash, and it's happening. They screwed the American people. They screwed the worker. That's why we have an inverted yield curve. That's why the banks are going broke. Because when people don't have confidence, they start buying the short-term 3-month treasury. They don't buy the 10-year treasury. They buy the short term. And when you have the short term, more demand for the short term to 3-month, that interest rate is higher than the 10-year. That's called inverted yield curve, and banks lose money. And that's why the 3 regional banks lost money. Because as they keep pushing interest rates up to fight inflation, they're losing money. They're losing money, the banks. And they're still losing money. And you think this rally is going to hold? This is a swing trade. Enjoy it. We are. These people are just gangsters. The American people, the guy on Main Street, they're the drivers of our prosperity. The truck driver, the machinist, the food service guy, the welders, the plumbers, the pipe fitters, carpenters, masons, drywallers, air conditioning maintenance guy. They drive our economy, and they're getting screwed. They don't want government handouts. These are fiercely independent people. They depend on no one but themselves. They just want to give an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, and they got screwed with that. They took the pensions away from them, and they gave them a crappy 401k, which is a piece of garbage, which is a tax code. They took a terrible mutual fund and stuffed it inside and say, take that. Here, take that. This is really good. You're going to love it. Screwed them out of their 401k. How stupid. Because when you were giving people a pension, and you had to deal with them. I'm going to take care of you. When you retire, you're not going to have to worry. But I need you now to take care of the company, to build good products so we can be competitive. That's how we built a strong America. But these CEOs, these guys on Main Street, on Wall Street, screwed everybody. And you're telling me this rally's going to hold? We're still in a huge bubble. But it's a great opportunity to sell short. I'm going to tell all my members when it's time to sell short. So join my gang. It's free for 10 days and learn how to sell short. It's unbelievable. You know, before outsourcing, when we had an era of strong business investment, strong unions, strong pensions, not this garbage 401k, those at the bottom and the middle saw their incomes grow at the same rate as the CEO. The guy in the top. That all stopped when they turned around and said, we're going to outsource, we're going to take your pension away. So now these wealthiest Americans, these top 1/100th of 1%. I'm not talking about the top. I'm not talking about the 1%. I'm talking about the 1/100th of 1%. They have managed to capture a bigger share of our nation's economic growth. Almost all of it. Their incomes are skyrocketing. And the little guy, he's getting screwed. When you take a person who should be making $72,000 a year, but he's getting a haircut, he's making maybe $58,000 a year because the rest goes up to Wall Street, you're never going to get productivity. So what did they do? They said, we don't need productivity. What we'll do, we'll borrow all this money and we'll make Main Street pay for it, and we'll borrow this money, buy these bonds, rates go down to zero, and we'll buy our own shares so there's a lot less shares. It'll make it more valuable, and the shares will go up and we'll get rich. And nobody knows that it's all fake.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you for 30 days join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. We have a program for people who they'll say, you know, Phil, I listen to your show, I watch what you do, and God, I love it, but I just don't have time. I don't have time. And I understand that. So we developed a program called our Spider Program. All they do is buy the spiders, buy and sell short the spiders. That's all they do. They'll always be in it, long or short, and most of the time there'll be just one share while they're waiting for the pattern to happen. So example, the spiders that are rallying right now, the S&P that's rallying, it's only a swing trade because it has not turned green yet on our Pro 2 color-coded chart. What's that mean? Well, we designed our own charts. We don't care about fundamentals. The hell do we care about fundamentals? Fundamentals went out the door when discount brokerage came in the door. Okay, because now the brokers they have to work for themselves. Anybody that buys a stock first and then sell it to you, that's like you going to J.C. Penney's, seeing a suit on the rack for $300, thinking you can go outside and sell it for $600. Well, it's the same thing. So when the brokerage houses went to discount brokerage, they had to make a living. So they decided to buy their own stock first, mark it up to you. So when that happened, what the hell what do you care what the PE ratio is, or the price to book, or price to sales, or return on assets, or the free cash flow? It don't mean anything. What means something to you are the big institutions buying. Is the money going in, or is the money coming out? If it's coming out, I'm going to sell it short. Money in, I'm going to go long. So the people who don't have time, okay, we put them in the spiders, in what we call our Pro 2 chart. And you got this free for 10 days. You can check this out. And if you look at the SP right now on my Pro 2, it's solid red. It's telling us this is not going to last. We did a swing trade on my Pro 1 because we're only going to be in it for a short period of time. But if you don't have the time, you just buy the spiders, and we're going to show you how to make money when they go up and make money when they go down. So you catch it both ways. You can keep your 401k if you want. I'm not telling you to get rid of your 401k. But this is the hedge you need, because when this market crashes and you can't sell short your 401k, you're just going to sit there and die. So the spiders is wonderful because during the day, we'll send you alerts. We'll tell you when to buy. We'll tell you when to add to your position, when to take profits off, or we trade it for you, actually. Now, all you do is follow our alerts. What we say, as long as you don't go off the reservation, you do what we tell you to do. And you've got to learn how to sell it short, which is easy to do. And by the way, we do it with what we call an inverse, SDS. Okay, it's just does everything the opposite. So in other words, your SDS right now would be coming down, and it's a lot less expensive. Okay, the SDS right now I think is somewhere around, let me look it up what it is here. SDS is probably, what is it, Willie? SDS is, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so $36, okay, so it's going down on a chart. It's going down. It's only 36, okay? So it's the opposite. On SPY, it's going up. But you don't. But if you're going to buy it on the SPY, you're going to pay $435 a share. But SDS is just the opposite. So we got you covered. So it's only $36 a share. So we're going to get you to a point you're going to know how to sell short. You're going to know how to buy long, just with the spiders. That's all you need. You do that a whole year, just with the spiders, nothing else. Doesn't take any time at all. You get an alert from us. You got an online broker. Just do what we tell you to do, and you're going to make money consistently because you know how to sell short. And that's perfect for a person that doesn't have time. Why get caught in this next crash? And if you don't think there's going to be I'm listening to these people today on TV talk about, oh, this is it. We're going to keep going up. We're going to keep going up. Look, everything was set up for this rally. I told my members this. I said, you couldn't have a more perfect setup for this rally. That's why I told everybody we're going to have this rally. You got earnings. And they lie like hell about earnings. Everything, they beat everything, right? They beat the bottom, beat the top, beat the middle, beat everything, right? But they beat their own estimates, they said. So we have earnings season. That's going to kick it up. I mean, you got everything set up for a rally. everything. So this rally is not going to last, all right? So join my gang. It's free for 10 days. Check it out. You'll have our Pro 2 color-coded chart. So you're going to learn how to go long and go short. And the program, you're going to love it. It's designed for the person who does not have time, okay? Then if you decide you want to go in more depth, then that's up to you. But as long as you do exactly what we tell you to do, when we send you an alert, we say take some shares off or put some shares on or get out, okay? As long as you don't go off the reservation, do what we say, you're going to make money constantly or consistently, okay? So again, I want you to think from a common sense point of view. If this market failed to hold its rally, the rally from 2009 to 2022, January, it failed as soon as rates started to go up. The 10-year Treasury went from 1.5 to 4%, and we had the 30% crash. And we're still at 4%. Why would anyone think we would hold? And we have what we call the 50% rule, meaning that right now, if you look at the spiders, we're at right now on the spiders about 434. That's just above. If you take the high, okay, on the spiders, we teach to take the high at 459. You take the low, okay, of 409, split it in half. We're just about halfway up. 434. Now, why is that important? Because when you're shorting a stock to take your profit, like if you shorted this, you're probably up about 10%, I think. Let me see. Let's say you shorted this around 454, and it came down to around 410. That's what, 8%? 10%. So 10% return. Now you got to buy it. Because remember, when you shorted it, you borrowed the shares. So now you got to buy it from the guy you borrowed. So very easy. It's all done with your broker. You don't even know what's going on. Just tell them you want to short. That's all you got to know. Now what's happening is, now that you go in and you got to buy the shares, so it starts going up. The 50% mark is very, very important, because we know that all these people who shorted buy their own shares, the stock will head back up towards that 50% mark, because then you have all these people who are tourists that don't know what they're doing. They're going to jump in. And it usually stops around halfway, because the rest of the other half is really packed with all kinds of sellers. That's why people are jumping in today to buy the spiders or anything else. You're going to get killed. You're dead. You're going to get killed because you're going into where all the sellers are. What you need to wait for now is let it hit that 50%, and I'll use the spiders, let it pull back from 434 down to about 430. That'd be great. 430, 428. Stop, rally, then make that new high just above that 434, around 435. And if it's green, if it turned green on our color-coded chart, that means there's plenty of money coming in that can push it up and take out all of those sellers. The 50% rule, above that 50% mark, you have tremendous selling pressure. So that's why I have to laugh with people who are jumping in today, don't know what they're doing. They're going to get slaughtered. Now, if you had to make money on that first half on the way up, so join the gang. It's free. Don't have to pay for anything for 10 days. And then, again, if you stay with us in that program, again, it's designed for you who says, I don't have the time. And you'll make money consistently when the market's going up and when the market's going down. That's the key. 80% of people don't make money in the market because they won't do that. They won't do it. They won't learn how to sell short. And what's better than having the S&P 500 best companies in a basket? They're right there holding your hand every day, telling you exactly what will work. Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my site. It says get started.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.